Amongst the countless daredevils of the 1900s era, there was one performer whose elegance, strength, and audacity mesmerized audiences worldwide. She was Charmion, the woman who shocked the world. Born with a burning passion for the circus, Charmion transcended the limitations of her time, captivating hearts and minds with each daring swing. This is the breathtaking trapeze artist Charmion, who shocked the world in 1901. The Trapeze Disrobing Act. It comes as no surprise that adult brands have often been at the forefront of technological innovation. In fact, one of history's greatest inventors, Thomas Edison, was no exception. In the early 20th century, Edison was experimenting with film technology and saw an opportunity to showcase an intriguing subject, striptease. In 1901, he released a groundbreaking 3-minute silent movie titled Trapeze Disrobing Act. The film depicted a woman, initially dressed in a long skirt, gracefully undressing on a trapeze while being observed by 2 men seated in a theater balcony. With each layer of clothing discarded, the men's enthusiasm grew, particularly when the performer playfully tossed her garters in their direction. Once she finally revealed herself in a leotard, the attire of a female trapeze artist, she proceeded to dazzle the audience with a series of acrobatic tricks, capturing it all on camera. With a final seductive gesture of her arms, she signaled the end of her performance. This groundbreaking film starred La Vraie Vallée, a remarkable woman widely known by her stage name Charmion. Born in 1875 in Sacramento, California, Charmion gained fame for her provocative undressing act on the trapeze, captivating audiences in vaudeville theaters across New York in the early 1900s. Her tour also took her to various cities in Europe, where her performances were met with great acclaim. But it was in America where she truly made her mark. Despite facing initial criticism for her disrobing act, Charmion eventually became an iconic figure representing female health, beauty, and acrobatic prowess. Her story exemplifies the power of defying norms and pushing boundaries. Charmion's performances not only captivated audiences, but also transformed her into a symbol of female empowerment. Her influence extended beyond the stage, inspiring countless individuals to appreciate the artistry of the trapeze and admire the strength and grace of the female form. Despite the brevity of Andrew Erdman's mention of Charmion's act and the limited attention she has received from historians, her significance cannot be understated. Notably, esteemed scholars such as Jan Todd, Janet Davis, Rachel Steyer, and Alison Kibler have extensively written about her contemporaries in the vaudeville industry, including trapeze artists and strongwomen. Charmion's own life and career, spanning from 1897 to 1910, remained shrouded in mystery. While her extensive travels across the Atlantic and enduring popularity on the vaudeville stage are documented, little is known about her post-1910. It is believed that her marriage to William M. Vallée in 1912 potentially marked the end of her career as a vaudeville performer. According to genealogist Theodore Hull, Charmion passed away in 1949 in Orange County, California. However, beyond the surface of her act's erotic appeal, the resulting film holds more profound meaning. While Edison may have aimed to titillate audiences, Charmion, with her exceptional strength, bodybuilder's aesthetic, and understanding of public and emerging media preferences, used her performance to inspire women of the time to embrace strength and physical activity. Implicit in this narrative is the realization that Edison likely saw himself as exploiting Charmion, unaware that she was cleverly utilizing him as well. She was not only compensated for her skills, but also given a platform to promote her genuine passion, women's physical power. For a considerable period, women with above-average strength were often seen as peculiar oddities, mentioned in the same breath as bearded ladies and living skeletons, with a mix of astonishment and curiosity. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, strongmen gained significant recognition in public entertainment, not only for their impressive displays of strength, but also as embodiments of the concept of physical culture. This notion emphasized the importance of fitness as a means to showcase humanity's physical and moral excellence. When Eugene Sandow posed as a Greek statue, flexing his muscles in front of a velvet curtain at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, he instantly captivated audiences and ignited a fascination with the notion of being perfectly muscular in an imagined ancient world. Strong women of the Gilded Age bravely entered the scene, aiming to demonstrate that they too could possess strength equal to their male counterparts. However, for a long time, these exceptionally strong women were viewed as abnormal curiosities, often described with astonishment, alongside bearded ladies and living skeletons. In fact, George Gould and Walter Pyle's Anomalies and Curiosities of Medicine included strong women and the, quote, singing strong lady, who supported a piano and an accompanist on a tabletop placed across her chest and legs at the turn of the 20th century. The world of the circus and related performing arts became a significant avenue for employment and increasing recognition for strong women. Various factors, including P.T. Barnum's efforts to democratize morally acceptable entertainment, Anthony Comstock's anti-vice campaigns, and the growing number of shows and media outlets, contributed to making the circus tent a socially acceptable destination for families. This not only disrupted the foundation of physical culture, which was predominantly male-dominated, but also challenged prevailing beliefs about female capabilities, all while revealing a surprising amount of exposed skin and impressive muscle mass. Charmion, alongside strong women like Volcana, Katie, Sandwina, Brumbach, and Minerva, adopted classical-sounding names and confidently showcased their well-defined biceps in ruffled circus attire. On Christmas Day of 1897, Charmion made her debut in vaudeville in New York, astonishing and delighting audiences with her unconventional aerial act. During her performance, she skillfully stripped from a full-skirted outfit to reveal her leotard and tights. Through this fusion of strength training, striptease, and aerialism in middle-class entertainment, Charmion purposely touched on numerous social sensitivities. As noted by physical culture scholar Bika Gills, in a single act, Charmion effectively advocated for, quote, women's liberation from restrictive clothing, women's ability to develop muscular strength like men, and the associated health and well-being benefits, end quote. This combination of themes left many people feeling nervous, confused, excited, or a mix of all those emotions. Gills unveils an intriguing revelation. The reaction to a woman's body on stage was far from simple. It hinged on the context and venue, entangled in the web of classicism. Nudity in a burlesque show was often dismissed as vulgar entertainment, enjoyed by the working class. On the other hand, more refined and artistic performances like ballet or Greco-Roman displays were deemed enlightening and tasteful, appealing to the upper class. Charmion, however, defied categorization as a mere ballerina. But the uproar extended beyond the realm of nudity. Victorian society, particularly among women of higher social standing and those influenced by public media, propagated the belief that physical activity was distasteful. Women were encouraged to embody the ideal of the, quote, angel in the house and shun physical exertion. Yet Charmion and her strong women comrades confronted the glorification of female weakness head-on. They implored women to cast aside their corsets, commence the day with a refreshing glass of water and a light dumbbell routine, and make time for a delightful outdoor stroll. Such notions struck fear in the hearts of many establishment men. As Maria Popova wittily observed, quote, when women first began to work out with weights, it was considered dangerous to have them lift anything heavy, so they were given only 2 or 4-pound wooden dumbbells. The fact that women lifted much heavier objects in the home seems to have escaped most of the men who designed the exercise, end quote. Charmion was a perfect choice as the subject of Edison's pioneering films. Photography was an emerging technology, and visionaries like Muybridge and Edison were eager to capture the fluidity of the human form through their lenses. However, by reducing Charmion's vibrant performance to a silent vignette, Edison detached her from the vivacity and social significance of her live shows. Gills highlights Charmion's customary interaction with the audience, her distinctive, chirpy voice resonating on stage. She skillfully utilized the platform to convey her vision of the ideal female body, a body that thrived on physical activity, embraced a balanced diet, and discarded restrictive clothing that hindered freedom of movement. Nonetheless, this approach granted Charmion a modicum of agency and prominence in Edison's film, What Happened on 23rd Street. In this production, Edison skillfully blended traditional objectification with the art of cinema, capturing the fleeting moment of an unsuspecting woman's skirt caught in an upward whirlwind from a steam vent. Despite the inherent objectification, Gilles eloquently summarizes Charmion's enduring impact, stating, quote, "While she wasn't alone in dismantling the patriarchal structures that objectified female sexuality for male pleasure, she played a significant role in setting new standards for women's health, beauty, and physicality. A harmonious fusion of fitness, strength, and liberated movement of the female body." End quote. And there you have it, the captivating story of Charmion, the breathtaking trapeze artist who defied societal norms and shocked the world in 1901. From her gravity-defying acrobatics to her trailblazing messages of strength and empowerment, Charmion left an indelible mark on the history of entertainment. Her daring aerial acts not only mesmerized audiences, but also challenged the prevailing notions of femininity and athleticism in a time when women were expected to conform to societal expectations. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.